No one remembers the last time the town of Etemba was this quiet at noon. But the day she arrived, even the wind seemed to hold its breath. She walked slowly down the cracked, tarred road. She wore a plain green wrapper knotted at her hip and carried just a black nylon bag in one hand. But it wasn't her load or her clothes that caught everyone's eye. It was her face, too sculpted, too calm, like it had never seen hardship. Her skin glowed like roasted groundnuts, and she moved like air itself. But it was her eyes that unsettled people the most, piercing, watchful, like she had forgotten something vital and came back to collect it. Uyabo, who sold roasted yam by the park, was the first to speak. "Who be that one?" she asked. "I never see her before," replied her sister Kosi. "But see how the men are acting." And they were. Old Baba Muri, who normally needed 2 boys to help him sit, was suddenly standing alone. Young boys paused their football game just to watch. Madame Amaka, who sold herbs near the roundabout, raised her voice. "Sister, you a fine person?" The woman walked to her, calm and poised. "My name is Nkiru. I need a place to stay." Madame Amaka squinted. Something about the girl made her hand itch to reach for her charm pouch. "Where you from?" "I've journeyed far. I won't trouble anyone," Nkiru replied. Amaka pointed toward the old wharf by the river. "There's a fisherman's hut there. Empty since Papa Oba died. Go use Am if you no fear ghosts." Nkiru gave a nod. "Thank you." She made her way down the side path. When she vanished from sight, Amaka rubbed the cowrie bracelet on her wrist. That night, a fire glowed behind the abandoned hut. Nobody saw her cook. Nobody saw her fetch water. Yet the aroma of peppered catfish filled the breeze. Jide, a welder with a talkative wife and 2 toddlers, strolled out at midnight. He claimed he was checking the leaking tap, but his feet led him to the riverside. He didn't knock. She opened the door like she had been expecting him. No words. She stepped aside. Jide entered. By morning, he was back. He looked well-rested, even playful, whistling, fixing things he had ignored for years. His wife, Mabel, noticed, but said nothing. Next was Baba Muri. Then came Chooks, the DJ from Club Heat. Then Musa, the tailor. Even Deacon Gabaid, who often preached against fornication, found himself at the river's edge. They all came back changed, happier, sharper, kinder, Nkiru. She kept to herself, greeted with a soft smile, bought tomatoes, washed her wrapper in the river, never asked, never flirted, but the men found their way to her. The women first chuckled among themselves. Their homes were suddenly cleaner. Husbands brought meat home. Some even helped with homework. But Amaka watched with knowing eyes. She saw that Nkiru's fire never faded, that her wrappers were always clean, that she never ever yawned. Then came the 14th morning. Mabel's scream shattered the town's slumber. "Somebody help me! Jide die!" People rushed in. Jide was curled like a baby on the ground, trembling, eyes vacant, mouth muttering broken syllables. When neighbors tried to lift him, he was limp, and worse, his waist was shriveled. Another cry echoed. Chucks's sister was yelling. Her brother had smeared ashes on his body and was running in circles. By sundown, 13 men, those who had gone to the hut, were broken, speechless, number empty, and Nkiru gone. The fire at her hut, dead. Her wrapper, gone. Her footprints, vanished. The women gathered at Amaka's kiosk. She didn't raise her voice. She only said, "I warned you." She didn't come to rest. She came to harvest. They never saw her again. Some say she walked into the next town. Others whisper she was no woman, just a vessel for something older than time. Since that day, No man in Etemba walks near the river after dusk, and the hut, still empty, even birds avoid its roof. To this day, when footsteps echo after dark, people hold their breath, remembering the stranger who walked through Etemba and took something from every man who let her in.